answers. Come on, eyeball. There we go. Welcome to another edition of Paranormal, the new normal. I am your host, as always, Jeremy, here trying to make the world a little more normal, and that sure as hell ain't happening today, because we are here to do our Thanksgiving special, a Thankful for Conspiracies bracket, because we are all thankful for these conspiracies that we love to talk about and just try to figure out which ones are actually somewhat real, maybe even, or completely real, as some have turned out to be. But let me introduce my guest for this first before I continue blathering on about conspiracies, because we'll do plenty of that this show. My first guest is Ashley from the Three Haunted Podcasts, who I actually did a crossover with, and we will be dropping those episodes on December 14th. So look forward to those dropping. I just actually edited it the other day, but well, actually didn't edit it so much as uploaded the video and said, title, here we go, bye. Because I accidentally deleted the audio at one point by accident. Damn it, StreamYard. And joining us also, AJ Capasso from Talking with the Source podcast, which I have been on as well. And AJ was on one of my first episodes of this show. So
yeah, it was an awesome time, man. Awesome time. I look forward to it. Look forward to it again.
Oh, hell yeah. We'll definitely have to hook up again sometime for a crossover. And last but certainly not least, my co-host from Maniacal Music Musings, and he's also been on this show for an episode, Chancy Grife.
Hi.
So the way this is going to work is, for those who haven't done brackets before, and hello, Heffernan Paranormal, but brackets basically are just matchups, and for each matchup, you can vote on however way you want. If you believe in the conspiracy, which one you believe in more, or which one you are more skeptical, which one you think is bullshit, which one you like to freaking think about late at night when you're trying to fall asleep, like whatever way you want to vote, you vote. I don't care the reasoning. You can tell us the reasoning, but it doesn't make a difference to me. You vote whichever way you want to vote for these. So, we're going to go in alphabetical order. So it's going to start with AJ, then Ashley, then Chancy. And I'm gonna abstain from voting until we might possibly get a fifth person here, and then I can vote. But if we do, we do. If we don't, I'm just happy to finally get this out there, because I've wanted to do a conspiracies bracket for a while, and so has Chancy. So let's get this show started. And this one's gonna be this first matchup. I think is gonna be fun, and it's gonna be the Montauk Project, which everybody here knows what that is, I'm sure, to some degree. I will explain some of these because some of these are lesser known, and it's going up against the Denver airport conspiracies about the Denver airport being a home base for reptilians and possibly Illuminati and possibly like 5 other groups that people can't decide who owns what. And apparently it was built on Native American burial grounds, and they had to play Native American music at low volume all day to keep the spirits at bay. So, and actually, I actually heard a Native American talk about that in a podcast, and he said it's really true. But
where? I've spent so many hours in that airport. Like
they say it's actually a fact. It's played throughout all day, but at such a low volume that nobody can hear it over the chaos of an airport.
Just to keep the spirits at peace.
Basically.
Okay.
But so, AJ, which way you want to go on this one?
Can I actually let somebody else go first, to be honest, because I need a minute. That's actually hard. I mean, do I have to do each one or just pick one?
You just pick one.
Okay, Montauk Project.
Yeah. Each matchup you only pick one. You're picking which one you want to move on further on the bracket, basically.
I figured. Okay, cool.
Ashley, which way you want to go?
I have a lot of friends that work at DIA, and I've been there a lot, so I'm not sure I quite buy into a lot of the claims that are out there about the airport. I have seen the murals. They are completely fucked up. Not gonna lie. They're creepy. They're disturbing. I've walked through the airport to find the different murals that have been referenced. And fun fact, they have completely leaned into it. I don't know if you guys have been to DIA in the past few years.
Never happened.
When you come up through from the like trams take you from the terminal to baggage, there's like an area where people wait, for their like, oh, our visitors are coming in. They have put out signs now that say like the Illuminati is here in the airport. Like the airport itself has like they put out signs about the Illuminati. I don't know if it's a joke or if it's one of those things you guys are so stupid you'll think it's a joke, but it's real. But I kind of laugh at it because I'm just like, if it's real, that's hilarious because
that would be brilliant.
There's just like Illuminati's here. Here you go, guys. And it's a new thing in the past few years, but they have, and it's not someone like you or me put it there. It's large, like construction signs that the airports put in. With that said, I'm going to go with Montauk.
Which means Montauk does move on to the next round. But Chancy, which way would you have gone if it was up to you?
And actually, John's about to join. I'm sending him the link.
Oh, John is about to join?
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good. I actually want to get a vote in these motherfucking things.
I don't know. See, like, DIA and like either or, I kind of had a difficult time buying into because like some of the stuff that I believe, or I can't even pronounce his last name, but everybody, you guys know who I'm talking about. If you know about the Montauk Project, you know about that Bialik feller. Some things had, merit, but like, it just all seems so sketchy to me. I'd have to say, if I had to vote for one of them, but the conspiracy theories are so varied in what DIA is. Like, is it, the supernatural element, or is it like the reptilians or the secret government doing an underground base underneath the airport and everything? But I'll make it a three-way. I'll make it a 3 and out on the Montauk Project. Just because I don't know. Some of these are difficult to choose from because it's I like the good and tasty ones that you can get your hands on. I love them white papers.
Well, that brings our first matchup to an end, and Montauk Project did beat out Denver Airport to move on. But we are lucky because we did find a fifth for today.
Hi, John.
John Kelley from 3 Haunted Podcasts as well.
Yes. Hello.
And I am excited now because this means I get to vote. But I'll do a quick explanation for John, though, if he doesn't know how this works. Basically, each of these conspiracies are in matchups against each other. And I will say, these are not ranked in any way. I couldn't find a ranked list of conspiracies anywhere on the internet. So I had to literally pick a list out of a list of conspiracies, which ones I thought were worthy enough. And it was a random matchup generator. So I did not make these matchups. A random matchup generator did. So just know that ahead of time. But you vote for whichever one you want to vote for, whether it's the one you believe in more, it's the one that you think is funnier, it's the one that you think is completely more ridiculous. Whichever way you want to vote, you vote.
All right, sounds good.
You're Denver based, so I'm actually curious. I know we just finished that round, but I'm curious. Do you believe the DIA conspiracies?
Some of it.
I
Definitely.
do have a friend who works there, and I don't know if I should say this, but he has tried really hard to find like whatever because he's skeptic. He's a skeptic. So for him, he's trying to look to disprove. And he's like, I've walked all the tunnels. I have tried to because he has pretty big access there, just based on what he does. And he's just like, I have found nothing. And I will not lie. I forgot to get off of the concourse that runs under the airport on one of the stops. So it actually went through some of the tunnels you don't typically see. And I was afraid for a moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, is someone going to come out and kill me because I'm not supposed to be here?
You've seen too much. Goodbye.
I've seen too much.
Yeah.
Although there is something to be said because the tunnels, like the concourse, goes through these different tunnels, but you can actually see offshoots of other tunnels.
It's
and it's
so
like,
freaky.
well, where did those go?
I don't like it. It's freaky.
The real question is, when you were through the tunnels, did you see any reptilians? That's what I want to know. You know, that's all I
Unfortunately,
want to know.
not. That would have been cool.
Unfortunately,
I know.
Well, and just to keep it in alphabetical order, it's after it's gonna be AJ, Ashley, Chancy, me, and then John now in alphabetical order. But we'll go to the next one, and it's Ashley gets to start this one off now,
Okay.
and it's Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 versus good old Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, I love Skinwalker Ranch. Oh man, I'm gonna go with Skinwalker Ranch. Like,
Chancy, what
don't
do
get
you?
me wrong, Malaysia that's weird. Like that
Yeah.
we can all agree there's something odd there. But I'm gonna go with Skinwalker Ranch.
Yep. And just so everybody knows, if you ever need to say, what are you talking about with it? I never heard this theory. Just tell me and I'll try to explain it the best I can. But I'm sure everybody here knows most of these, but there's a few on here I had to research because I'd never heard of them, but they sound interesting. So, Chancy, which way you go?
Oh, definitely Skinwalker Ranch. I love that. It was a good, like, I mean, even if it's not real, it's a good read.
Watch the Secret Skinwalker Ranch and tell me it's not real. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
But,
no, I'm just saying, like, even if it's not, like, it's still a fun rabbit hole to go down. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, it is. I mean,
it's at the very least, it's entertaining.
But it's my turn next, and just because I don't want this to go that easy, I'm gonna throw one to flight MH370 because that one was just curious as hell. I had people wondering for a long time what the hell happened to that airplane. So, and I mean, they say they may have solved it, but I still don't think they really solved that mystery yet. I truly think aliens just fucking made that thing disappear and took it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, for real. It was
but
just like,
but why?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
Right?
Why not? It's like they're aliens. Why not? But John, which way you gonna go?
I'm going Skinwalker Ranch. I have been interested in Skinwalker Ranch and everything that's happening there for such a long time. So I want to visit so bad. Like, I would love to.
Let's do it. Road trip.
I've been trying to get the guy with glasses from the Secret Skinwalker Ranch whose company owns the. I've been trying to get him on my podcast, but he's not responding. I think his name's Brandon something, but
yeah.
But AJ, even though Skinwalker Ranch is moving on, which way would you have gone?
Oh, Skinwalker Ranch, 100%.
AJ's my boy. We're on the same wavelength here.
Amen.
But all right, and I mean, yeah, I just wanted to give Malaysia a vote in case someone else wanted to try to make it interesting for AJ to get a tiebreaker or something on this. But it's gonna go which way it's gonna go regardless. But that means this next one, when I saw this matchup, I was like, oh my god, no. But Chancy's gonna love starting this one off. It's Flat Earth versus reptilians.
His face.
I guess I'm gonna go with the reptilians. I mean, it's one of those things. Like, for me, I'm more like, I love Bill Cooper. R.I.P. And he ended up changing his opinion on UFOs and what he thought that they were. And I don't know, just like, I like the reptilian idea better than the flat Earth idea. Like, it's one of those things where, you can't prove either one verifiably. Neither, like, we're not going into space anytime soon to figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I would much rather look at the stuff that's like right there, like Northwoods. Northwoods is a great one. Operation Northwoods. It's not a conspiracy theory because it was real, but like, I love that shit because there for a while nobody bought it until it was declassified.
So Chancy's gonna go reptilians, giving it a vote, and I gotta agree because I think flat Earth is one of the stupidest conspiracy theories ever created. Like, I'm sorry, we've flown across the Earth. It is not flat. People would have reported that back if Amelia Earhart. I mean, she might have disappeared because she found out it was flat, but other people since then have flown planes around the fucking Earth, and they would say, "Oh yeah, it's not. It's not flat." And I mean, astronauts would have said the same thing. They're floating in space, like, oh yeah, we're not looking at a piece of paper. We're looking at a freaking ball here. So yeah, it's not flat. I'm sorry, it's not. We have satellites to take pictures for God's sakes, and I don't think they're all fake because the government doesn't own every single one of them. So, but
unless it's all part of the New World Order.
Oh, got him.
Shit.
They are they are on the other side of this bracket, so we'll get to them eventually.
I know. I'm tying it together.
John, which way are you going to go?
Reptilians for sure.
Which means reptilians will move on to the next round to face the winner of the next matchup. But of course, first it's got to go back to AJ.
I'm with you guys, reptilians. I mean, I like that one way better because I think flat Earth is definitely stupid in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I mean,
which everybody's allowed opinion, of course. But I will say, I know a podcaster who they shut down her podcast supposedly because she had an episode about flat Earth on.
Wow,
and
really?
That's when they shut it down. Yeah, I'm not gonna name names because I mean I don't know if she wants. She told me about it, but I also don't know why she wouldn't want me to say it. But I'm just not gonna do it unless she really doesn't want me to.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ashley, which are you gonna make a sweep for reptilians?
Come on, you know I can't say flat Earth. That's just ridiculous. We'll go with the reptilians.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to discuss our friendship if you do for the flat Earth stuff because like I love you, but
we're gonna go with the reptilians.
All right. Well, I get to start this next one out, and this one for me is pretty easy, but for others it might be a little harder to choose from because we got MK Ultra versus Men in Black.
Ooh.
And I mean, I'm giving it to Men in Black because I love, like, Men in Black has been proven basically to be true. There's so many stories about people meeting Men in Black, or as they're now called, khaki men, but because they now dress like suburban dads instead of men in black suits because no one wears black suits anymore. But so they dress like suburban dads now in Hawaiian shirts and khaki cargo shorts. But at least that's why I heard that from an interview on a podcast. But I mean, that's what they dress like now, supposedly. And I believe it because it makes more sense. So I'm going with Men in Black because MK Ultra, I mean, yeah, it basically was kind of proven true as well. But
it's not a kind of, it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no kind of
What do
here.
you mean kind of?
This is exactly true. Like
they never tell you the full extent of it though. They never do.
Well,
of course
but
they never.
prove
Yeah,
that there is something of that.
I mean, the Unabomber is living literal proof of the result of MK Ultra at its infant stages.
Well, John, which way you think you want to go?
Men in Black all the way.
And yes, and just to mention here, we're not talking Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones here.
No, of course not. Of course not.
I mean, I would totally be voting for them anyway because Will Smith is the man. That's you, Harvey. But AJ, which way you want to go?
I'm definitely gonna go MK Ultra. I just find it fascinating, to be honest. I have to go that way. Everyone's gonna go Men in Black. I feel so. I just feel like I gotta go.
Nah, you and me are here, AJ.
See?
Never underestimate what people are going to do in these type of brackets.
No, you're right. But I just Men in Black is so good. It really is. But I like MK Ultra, man. I really do, and I just love that. I don't even know. You wouldn't even call it a conspiracy theory because it's true. So it's like, I mean, how I don't even know how you put that in.
I mean, because most of these were on the Wikipedia list of conspiracy theories. So.
Oh, okay.
So
no,
I mean,
I didn't know.
That's where I picked from. It literally was the biggest list of conspiracy theories in the internet was Wikipedia. So.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like both of them personally, but I can only pick one, so I'm gonna go MK Ultra.
Ashley, which way you going? You gonna give Chancy a tiebreaker?
Oh no, I'm going. I'm going MK here because, as much as we know, there's government entities out there that keep us from certain things. Yeah, that MK Ultra is a little bit more. It's more disturbing in my book. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that one.
No, it is. Totally is. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ashley. I apologize about that. It really is. It is disturbing, but that's what I find fascinating because how do we allow that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we've allowed our government to do a lot of stuff over the last 100 years that we probably shouldn't have. But that's the world as stated as of right now, kind of. But Chancy, that means you get a tiebreaker. Is it MK Ultra or Men in Black? Tiebreak.
MK all the way, man. MK all the way. I mean, the Men in Black one was, it's a good one, but I mean, like I was saying earlier, I like that stuff that you can like get the white papers on and get your hand go like get ankle deep in it, and just like all the stuff, especially with the revelations of the potential connections to like Manson and other interesting entities throughout that decade, like throughout the 50s and the 60s. Like, it's epic, man.
Well, like I said before this, though, whoever won this matchup is going to face reptilians, so I'm not that worried about whoever wins this matchup. but moving on, this next one might be a little hard to pick from. I don't know, but John's starting it out, and it's Bigfoot, who is going to be making an appearance next month as well in the Christmas cryptid bracket. But
how appropriate! John loves Bigfoot.
But Bigfoot is going up against the conspiracy that the Martin Luther King Jr. assassination was planned by the government. But
wow, wow, I don't know.
I know that random matchup generator just fucked a lot of shit up in this bracket. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still gonna have to go Bigfoot.
AJ, how about you?
Don't let me down, AJ.
I know. I wanted to go Bigfoot, but honestly, I got to go the other way, man. I have to.
Ashley, did he go your way or did he go right?
We're still on the same wavelength. I gotta go. I'm okay.
Which I kind of have a feeling which way this is going now. But Chancy, are you going to surprise me or are you going to go the way I think you're going?
Well, I mean, so here, like, potentially unpopular opinion, I don't believe that the government killed Martin Luther King. They already had enough evidence to discriminate him, or not to discriminate, to discredit him and ruin his reputation from his own actions through things that have came out since, the release of the information for stuff like COINTELPRO and shit like that.
Planned?
What's that?
Do you believe it was planned though? Whether if it's not?
Oh, absolutely. It was totally planned. It was definitely premeditated.
But by who do you think?
I
mean, what was the guy's name? Ray Earl Jones? They supposedly pinned it on.
No, I don't think it was James Earl Ray. No, I don't think it was James. No, I don't think that. James Earl Jones. I don't think it was him at all.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I think it was an inside job. Like, I think it was like the inside of his own group. I don't want to this is just my opinion, so I ain't trying to get sued by anybody. I think it was Jesse Jackson.
Okay.
Because he was standing right next to him.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, you could be right. I believe it was someone in this thing too. I believe it was definitely planned like that as well. I mean, hey.
Yeah, for real. Because the feds already had all the infidelity and then all the nonsense that would have discredited him amongst any and everyone if they wanted to release that information. But they were like, and you know what? Who's to say that the government didn't have a part in it? But I said, I don't think that that they were like, hey, we got to take this guy out. Now, Malcolm X may be a different story. I'm not 100% on that either. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which way you voting though, Chancey? Which way you voting?
Bigfoot.
Ooh, I am so happy you did that, because that brings it to me for a tiebreaker, and
he's going with Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's only my second favorite cryptid in the world. So, and my first favorite one is not on this bracket at all because I just don't think it's a conspiracy to put on this bracket. But that's my opinion, and plus it'll be in the next month anyway, and I hope it wins next month. So,
can I be controversial for a moment?
Please do.
The show.
Based on what you were saying, I don't always think that when people are assassinated, it's to get rid of them. Sometimes, especially if you think it's someone from his internal circle, sometimes I think it's to elevate
Martyrdom.
Oh
Yeah.
Martyrdom.
yeah, it's martyrdom and to elevate the cause, and so it creates a bigger impact, right? And
Right.
it gets more people to listen and pay attention. So I sometimes wonder that, perhaps that might have been an angle on that one, but I don't know. I wasn't there.
That's a good angle though. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, it goes
I don't
back
think
to
that's
AJ.
controversial at all.
No, it's really not. It's really not. Not for a paranormal show, for God's sake. But it's going back to AJ to start this one off because we're back around the whole board here.
Okay.
And this one, these two kind of go together, but they're going against each other because of random magic generators. But it's Area 51 versus Antarctica Secret Base.
Oh man.
For who? For whom though?
Yeah, for whom?
Whoever
Who's
you
the
want
secret?
To be.
Well,
Whoever you
no.
want to
Okay.
be. I'm not gonna pick one. There's too many options for that. But I mean, but since it's going against Area 51, let's just say it's a secret base for aliens and that may deal with the government.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to go. Man.
It's more like what location do you think exists actually? Like that's basically
Oh,
this
what?
one. But
Yeah. No, I know, but I mean, I kind of do believe in both places in a way. So, but I'm gonna go Area 51, obviously.
I believe in both places in a way as well. But Ashley, which way you want to go?
51.
Yeah, because the storming at Area 51 works so well. But
Yeah.
Chancy, are you going to send Area 51 to the next round to face
Oh,
Bigfoot?
absolutely. But like honestly, if they would have actually stormed area, I would have went just to post up in a safe distance and like sit in a lawn chair with a telescope, like like a binoculars and whatnot,
I was
just to
about to ask
watch.
you guys if any of you went.
Oh, I would have. If it was like a legit for sure thing, because they would have been putting news about people amassing in all these places. I would have went only just so I could be far enough away to watch what. Just like they have no qualms, just mowing people down, none whatsoever, and that would have been so epic. Just like, well, looks like something's really in there.
Oh man. That would have been funny actually, but that's all right.
But
That would have been funny.
well, I'm gonna give one to Antarctica Secret Base just because someone has to. I'm not gonna let Area 51 win this week because Antarctica. It's been a
No,
theory.
yeah, I
Antarctica
agree
Secret
with you
Base-
guys.
Antarctica Secret Base kind of goes into a theory with me with another conspiracy on this bracket as well. But
The dinosaurs?
okay, well, maybe two different conspiracies in this bracket, but we'll see. But John, which way would you have gone?
Area 51.
All right, so Area 51 does move on to face Bigfoot in the next round, 4-1. But all right. And speaking of living dinosaurs, Ashley, and you get to start this one out. Actually, it's sea monsters / living dinosaurs because they kind of are the same thing versus Freemasonry.
Ooh. I'm going Freemasonry.
All right, Chancy, what do you think?
That's a tough nut to crack. I'll go with Freemasonry as well because I mean there's more accessible information to give legitimacy to the theory itself.
All right, well, I'm gonna give one to living dinosaurs and sea monsters because, as everybody in the show knows, it's one of my favorite topics on my show. So,
Yeah,
I'm 100% definitely giving one to that because I mean, and there is plenty of proof of living dinosaurs out there, Chancy. There's plenty of proof of that, but they just don't want to admit it. But
Yeah, but
But-
like we can talk to a neighbor that's a 6th level Freemason. You can't talk to a living dinosaur to figure out information. Like, I mean, you may. I just don't know anybody.
I
but-
sure as fuck wouldn't want to, though.
I'm
Like-
just saying, like the proof may be out there. But I think it's a little like we have more documentation and people that are actually part of Freemasonry that are a little bit more loose-lipped these days than they were maybe in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree to some point on that, but it's living dinosaurs. John, which way are you going?
Sorry, I'm not going with the dinosaurs. Freemasonry all the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
and AJ, even though Freemasonry is moving on, which way would you have gone?
Totally Freemason. Totally.
See, that's how you know I did not change the random matchups because I would not put those two against each other because I knew it would have lost to that. So that's how you know. That's how you know. I would have put that against something like Flat Earth because I knew it would have killed Flat Earth if it was against it. But,
Or reptilians,
Ooh.
right? That's a
Oh,
bracket.
no, because living dinosaurs would have lost to reptilians. I know that, but
What?
What?
it would.
I don't know.
But,
News to
yeah.
me.
I like how he says it
Oh.
with such confidence too. Like I know that.
Well,
Everybody knows that. If you don't know
Everybody,
it,
everybody loves reptilians. Come on, but
Everybody knows Wolfman's got nards, man. I mean,
yeah,
Sure
exactly.
does.
Which means that Chancy gets to start this one out, and it's Spygate versus the theory of a hidden chamber behind Mount Rushmore.
remind me what Spygate was again.
It was the whole conspiracy theory about Obama and Hillary Clinton sending spies basically to the Middle East and whatnot during the end of Operation Freedom to just pick out important people over there. It was a lot of assassinations, a lot of classic spyness, but
that stuff actually, I mean, well,
classic spyness.
I was gonna say, I guess, because like that stuff actually happened though. Like stuff's like,
to some extent that we know about, to some extent we'll never know about, but yes.
well, yeah, of course, yeah. Oh man, that's tricky. And then I'm sorry, what was the other one other than Spygate? I'm sorry.
Mount Rushmore hidden chamber.
See, I've heard about this. I mean, I haven't been able to research much into that, but I have heard of that theory about the chamber inside of Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna go with Mount Rushmore.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure Richie Rich agrees with you since he saw it, but
Oh my god, I was just thinking that, dude. I can't believe that is freaking crazy. Holy shit.
oh, you think I'm forgetting a Macaulay Culkin movie? You're out of your mind. But
My language, I didn't see that there. I apologize.
yeah, I'm going with Mount Rushmore hidden chamber as well because it's just more of a fun thing than Spygate. Because Spygate is stuff that actually really does happen in real life, like since the beginning of time. I mean,
Yeah, I don't even know
happened-
if I call it a conspiracy theory.
Wikipedia
That's
did,
just
so I'm calling it
reality.
one. Well, it's considered a conspiracy theory because it involved the president and Secretary of State.
okay.
That's why it's consolidated. And I mean, Biden was involved,
Yeah.
in it too because he was the VP at the time. But
Got it.
and I doubt he was ignorant. I mean, I know he's ignorant, but I doubt he was ignorant back then.
Well, I don't know. I mean, well, that's a different debate for a different
Yes,
thing.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
'Cause I don't think he's ignorant. I think he's literally just mentally deficient. Like they're juicing him up with something that's not on the market before he has to talk, and they have this much time.
I'm gonna use
Like,
that in my
Ben-
biography. I'm not ignorant. I'm just mentally deficient.
Oh, I like it. Yep. That's
John,
perfect.
which way you going?
Mount Rushmore.
Which means Mount Rushmore does move on to the next round to face Freemasonry. But
Ironically enough, who would have carved it out? I mean, shit, the Masons, right?
I don't know. What was that name of Homer Simpson's group in like the second season of Simpsons?
I have no fucking idea, man. Like,
The
Yeah.
pure Freemason ripoff, but I forget what it's called now. They sing that
I
whole
forgot.
song.
Yeah. I
They
know
sing that
what
whole
you're talking
They
about.
sing a whole catchy song to it and everything, but well, that means Mount Rushmore's moving to the next round. But
The
AJ, which way?
stonecutters.
Oh,
yes,
no,
the
I-
Stonecutters.
Yeah,
But AJ,
for
AJ,
the
what were you saying?
save.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I was definitely going Mount Rushmore just because of what you said right there.
I mean, yeah, and Stonecutters.
And it's just
Who else?
fun.
Who
Yeah,
else but the
it is.
Freemasons? But and Ashley, are you gonna go for Mount Rushmore too to give us, I think, our first?
Yeah, let's
Actually,
sweep
no.
it out. We're going with
It's
Rushmore.
not our. It's not our.
It's
first
like our
call,
second.
Yeah,
I
second.
can't let
but
AJ down. We're on a roll.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
a team.
We're a team.
I spy a crossover coming eventually, but all right. That actually brings us to the end of the first round. Oh, not the first round. The first half of the first round, and we're gonna go over to the other side of the board. And this one is getting started by me. And it's QAnon versus Illuminati. So this is a battle of the groups. And I mean,
I battle the groups.
I much prefer the rap Illuminati from the Cleveland show, but I will go with Illuminati. So, because QAnon is basically real, has been proven to some degree. So, but bring it down to John. Which way are you going?
Illuminati for sure.
AJ, QAnon or Illuminati?
Illuminati all the way.
Which means Illuminati sweeps its way in like it does since the beginning of history. But Ashley, you following AJ's path?
I'm going with the Illuminati. I had to, sorry.
And Chancy, are you giving QAnon a vote or are you going to give it to the Illuminati?
Did you say Illuminati?
Apparently, you never seen that episode of American Dad, but yeah.
Oh no, I have not. No. I mean, honestly, I think I was gonna say who's to say they're not connected because, like, I think
they very well could be.
I think QAnon started off as a legitimate person, like leaking secrets, and then someone caught up to him and then started funneling out all the extra stuff that people sometimes get caught up in, and then it's like, oh, gotcha. Now everything that you said is just completely wrong.
I mean, at their origins, they probably at their base were the same thing, right? Opposed to the major ruling power, whether it be QAnon against the government or the Illuminati against the monarchy. But considering what the Illuminati stands for now, I mean, QAnon, I think, would be opposed to them, right? So
you would think
they're just another controlling power. I don't know.
Right? I'll go with Illuminati though.
And that makes it a third sweep for this bracket. But
sweet.
And that means John gets to start the next round out. And
We're
this is
killing
funny.
it.
This is funny because the next matchup, not the next round, but
yeah.
And we're actually going to be talking about one of these tomorrow on Global Strangeness. But is it going to be the Matrix theory or the fake moon landing?
Oh boy.
This is
I think
where
I'm
we're
gonna
tested,
go,
AJ.
Right. I think I'm gonna go with the Matrix.
And AJ?
Wait. Say what the first one is again.
It's the Matrix theory versus the fake moon landing.
Fake moon, yeah.
Oh, man. See, I want to go moon landing, but honestly, I'm gonna go the Matrix. To be honest.
It's funny. I just dropped an episode today of this show that about how this guy's father would have worked at the place they would have filmed the moon landing if it was fake. So, but I've released an episode about the other way too. So I mean, I don't know what to believe on it. But
yeah.
Ashley, which way you going?
I'm gonna go with the Matrix theory. Maybe not like Neo out there doing things, but I do believe in some kind of vibe that kind of falls with the Matrix. He does it so well.
Yeah, right.
Hey, all I'm saying is if Lawrence Fishburne showed up in my freaking living room with 2 pills, I'm taking both and we're going out to party. Like, but all right, that means Matrix does move on. But Chancy, which way would you voted?
I don't know, man. For a while there, I bit pretty hard into the whole moon landing thing. And the biggest reason that I bought into it and I'm not necessarily saying like I think we might have went there after the fact, but I always had a hard time buying that it was at at the time. But that's because of the telemetry data. Like they're saying, it got taped over, or like the tapes got lost, but all the telemetry data, all the information for mankind's greatest achievement at that possible moment
Yeah.
is lost to fucking history. No, you
Yep.
missed me on that. Missed me on that. But I mean, the simulation or the matrix theory, either way, however you want to put it, it is quite riveting.
It is.
I'm torn. I'm very much so torn because, like I said, the whole.
Well, Matrix
Oh,
already won, so follow your heart.
okay.
Follow
Well,
your
I'll go.
heart.
I'll give moon landing a bone because, like I
And,
said, it's always been interesting.
I mean, as much as I love the good old glitch in the Matrix stories I hear on one of my favorite podcasts, Monsters Among Us, I do. I mean, and I've had it happen before too, where like something just doesn't seem right for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden everything seems normal again. Like it's just one of those things where it's like your sixth sense is going off and you don't know why, and that kind of makes me believe in a glitch in the Matrix type thing. But the moon landing, I mean,
It's that deja vu, baby.
oh yeah, deja vu and synchronicity are a very big part of the Matrix theory. But I will say that the moon landing now, those astronauts that supposedly just came back from the moon, the look on their faces when they came back from the moon, they were terrified of something, whether it be extraterrestrials or the government, who knows? But they were terrified of freaking something. So somebody was telling them to keep quiet about something. I don't know who it was, but I'm gonna throw one to the moon landing too because it's a damn good conspiracy that's faked. So, but that's okay because Matrix already won, so that's what's gonna go on.
Woo.
But AJ gets to start the next one off, and
Alright.
it's global warming versus Pizzagate.
Can you explain Pizzagate for me? For some reason, I can't remember it.
Pizzagate, well, it was first introduced to me by Macaulay Culkin's podcast, Bunny Ears. That's the first place I heard about it, and I looked into it a little bit more. It's a conspiracy theory that in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a tunnel built between a pizza place in Washington, D.C. and the White House where they would sneak in many things, but mainly underage children for Bill Clinton.
Okay, yeah, no, I did not remember reading that one. Wow.
It goes beyond that though, too, though. Like that was
Yeah.
the origins, but now it's just refer to any like pedophilia ring out there.
Yeah,
So
and that's why I hate
orchestrated by
that
higher
one.
ups.
Yeah,
I hate that one so much.
Yeah, that's a rough one right there. I'm not gonna go with that one. Sorry, I'm going with the other one. I can't.
Global warming gets a vote then.
Yeah, I gotta. I can't. I just can't go with that one.
Ashley, which way are you going with?
So I do happen to think that there are a lot of rings out there. I mean, we've had some of it proven.
Absolutely.
That like of higher, kind of like elite people organizing child rings. That's a rough one. That's brutal. Global warming, like I believe in global warming. I don't think it's necessarily how it's depicted. I think the earth is cyclical and it's like, we have ice ages, we have all the different ages that come through. I think we're cyclical. We might be speeding it up a little, but I don't know. This is a hard one because they're both kind of like, they're a little real, right? They're like a little buzzkills.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with global warming.
Chancy, I'm pretty sure I know already, but which way are you going?
It's really tough because, like Ashley was just pointing out, like for me, I hate Pizzagate. Pizzagate's a fucking honey trap. It literally, because like Pizzagate in and of itself, because the whole thing with the like that specific location, it totally, because of the fact that it bled through and encompasses any, as Ashley was saying, any pedophilic ring, which has been proven, as she said, because of Epstein's black book. Like all the people that he was blackmailing were involved in nefarious stuff, and all the mini cameras found in his house out on that island, and
and even if you don't believe Epstein, like you have child entertainment actors that themselves have said all of these higher up, entertainment people were actively like soliciting us to other. So like people are specifically saying this is what happened. It's not even just like, to your point, there is a book, but there's also people saying I personally went through that. So it's just hard because it's all being lumped in, like Chancy was saying, in one.
And global warming, like Ashley was saying, like I could see definitely how there would be proof to say that it is both cyclical and that we are exacerbating the situation through our own, greed and stupidity. But I guess I'm going to have to go with global warming just because of the fact that I believe that Pizzagate is, like I said, it's a honeypot. Literally, it convinced a person to go to the place with a weapon and cause terrible things and make everybody in this, I guess, community, as it could be referred to, look and get the exact, stigma of being that.
Well, that means global warming will go on to the next round. I mean, I'm going to throw in a Pizzagate, and just because it is a real issue, and I mean, whether that actual story is true or not, it's a real issue, and Pizzagate made people look into it more, which is always a good thing. So
not really though. That's the thing. Like Pizzagate, when it was like it made everyone not necessarily look into it because you think that the pizza place was John Podesta and the guy running the joint. That might be a different story, but the whole thing about his place is just what it. Like I said, it disparages the reality of the rings. I wish it would have just been like child rings.
Well, that's not a conspiracy. That's a well-known fact, though. That's why that's not in here.
Yeah,
that's a tragedy.
But Pizzagate, when you look it up now, and that's kind of what Chancy's saying, is it all has been lumped into one. And so when you discredit Pizzagate, the origin, it almost discredits what people are saying external to that. Because when you type in Pizzagate now, it ties in everything: Hollywood child rings, elite child rings. It calls it all under the same umbrella. And so it would be nice if people separated that out. So then if it's like, yeah, that's not true, the rest of it still is not immediately discredited because of something silly attached to it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, and plus I do find it funny that Macaulay Culkin started a band based on pizza because of this conspiracy theory. And he swears that Michael Jackson never did anything to him. He swears. But as an adult, he swears that. So, and Michael Jackson's been dead a long time before Macaulay Culkin said that. So, I mean, just saying.
Maybe he didn't. Because that's just because that's like any person who assaults. They don't assault every person they see, right?
Yep,
they have specific targets. So just because he didn't assault two doesn't mean he didn't do something else. Like that's always driven me nuts with people where they're like, well, they didn't do it to me, so then that must not be true. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm a dick to some people, but not to others. And so some might be like, Ashley's so nice. And others might be like, she's an asshole. So depends who you ask.
I mean, Macaulay Culkin's always been a little bit weird looking anyway, so maybe he just didn't think he was pretty.
Hey, he's freaking dating the hot Asian girl from that one Nickelodeon show or that one Disney Channel show.
Okay.
What's her name? Brenda Strong.
I don't know. It was a
Brenda
joke,
Song.
but
What?
Brenda
I
Song.
said it was a joke. It was a joke, but like I don't know. I don't think that. I don't think that. I think MJ was innocent. Like I don't know, man. Like I just
Yeah,
thought
I'm
it was a
surprised
funny
that's
joke.
not on this list.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I try to avoid
Because
most celebrity
death
stuff.
could have been definitely conspiracy theory. Sorry,
Possible,
Jeremy.
yeah.
Well, maybe now that I think about it, maybe we'll do a celebrity conspiracy one around Oscar season. But
Call me.
we won't. But John, which way would you have gone, even though global warming's winning?
Global warming for sure.
It's a double W. That freaking thing's a tongue twister. But, all right, and actually, we talked about both of these a little while ago for this next matchup, and Ashley's going to be starting this one. And this is the one that I said relates to Antarctica Secret Base, how I originally meant, and that is Hollow Earth
I
theory.
knew it.
Yeah, I did too.
And it's versus the NWO, and no, I don't mean Razor Ramon. I mean New World Order.
New World Order. Oh, fuck. They both suck. Hey, I rhymed. Sorry. I should watch my mouth.
Please, this would be the explicit episode anyway.
I don't believe either one of them. This is bullets.
How dare you not believe John Goodman's theory about Hollow Earth where Kong and Godzilla can meet?
Science, baby. I just can't quite. Nope. Let's go with. We're gonna go with New World Order. We pushed Illuminati forward. Let's go with New World Order. They gotta fight each other.
Ooh, it's a gang fight.
That's actually that matchup is very possible in about 2 rounds. But
There we go.
if things all go that way, but Chancy, which way are you going? Hollow Earth or NWO?
So I do not believe that the Earth is so hollow, like with the inner sun and all the other stuff like that. But I do believe that it could potentially be hollow in the sense of like extensive caverns, like
Missing 411 style, yeah.
But that's not the conspiracy theory.
Yes,
the
it- yeah,
conspiracy theory is there's a whole. Our Earth is like actually hollow inside.
hollow, like the moon.
There's
Look what
multiple
Yeah.
Ooh, like the moon. I like
or not
that, but-
Japan. Sorry, look what they just found out. And over actually, I think it's Japan. They had a sinkhole collapse, and in the sinkhole, they had a whole forest with ancient trees. In it,
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
perfectly good and new. Like, and it
Yeah.
was like, I'm like, how is that even possible if it's been covered? You know what I mean? And no sun's hitting it. So, I mean, is it hollow? I don't think the way that they describe it, but who knows? I mean, the caverns and stuff. I think, yeah, definitely.
I mean, for
I
sure,
mean-
So,
we know underground there's mountains, right? Like at the bottom of the ocean that eventually get pushed up. There's going to be
Yeah.
caverns inside of the earth. I'm with you, Chancey. I totally believe like there are like lots of areas of caverns and caves that we don't know yet. And like probably the ocean goes deeper than we realize. But the theory is that it is hollow. Like that it is
Right, and it's got the-
entirely
and it's
hollow
got
on
the-
the inside.
And the inner sun, and yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I figured that was the theory we were going off of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna correct you. I'm gonna correct you on that though, because technically the Hollow Earth theory homes both versions of that, because they do have the Land of the Lost like theory, and they do have like the missing 411 lines up with the cave system theory. So, I mean, all that's incorporated by Hollow Earth though.
Ooh, that's tricky. And then what was the other one for the Hollow Earth?
New World Order. right?
NWO.
Oh
The
yeah, no, yeah,
NWO.
I definitely want to see the gang fight. I'm definitely in. I'm here for the knife fight.
Right?
New World Order for sure.
All right. I'm going to give one the Hollow Earth theory because I talk about my show constantly about the missing 411 in the cave systems. I talk about that constantly because I love that meme on Facebook, and I think it actually is very true, especially after watching those missing 411 documentaries. Like, yeah, this experienced hunter of 50 years went into the woods and vanished. That doesn't just happen. He had no alcohol. He had no drugs. That doesn't just happen. Like, like something had to take him. And I've also talked to people who say that that's what dogmen use as their homes is mines and caves, especially in the Northeast. and that people can get lost in these caves. No one in modern times has ever gone through these caves from one end to the other. I will say that. Native Americans did as like a spiritual thing, but no modern human has. So 100% Hollow Earth theory in my mind. John, which way are you going?
I'm gonna go with NWO.
Yeah.
Well,
Yo.
Well, X-Pac be proud of you, but NWO is moving on. But AJ, which way would you have gone?
NWO.
I was a little worried there, AJ. I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie.
No, all the way, all the way. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Hollow Earth thing is just it actually would be so cool if it was true. I'd love to have like a Jurassic Park in the middle of the earth. That'd be like the coolest thing ever. But I just can't go that way.
Yeah.
I understand. But funny enough that Chancy mentioned this in the last answer, but because he starts this one out, and it's Hollow Moon versus false history.
Man.
Man.
Because, like,
Oh, it's only going to get harder in the second round. Trust
I
me.
mean, technically, the Hollow Moon is proven, though.
I mean, just because a missile hit it and it rang for like 45 seconds, something like that, doesn't mean it's hollow.
No, it was a lot longer than that. It was longer than 45 seconds. It was like minutes.
Maybe it has an extensive cave system. Sorry.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
No more Red Bull for you. You're done. You're cut off.
I love
You
you
are
guys.
cut off. You are cut off for the Red Bulls, and I guess.
Yes.
Morpheus ain't giving you any pills.
It's all right. I already had them.
Oh,
well, shit. I'm gonna go with Hollow Moon.
all right. And see, I'm a big believer in both these as well because false history.
Yeah,
happen.
it's same.
Like history has been forced to be false many times, just so the government covered things up they didn't want people to know about, or that they
That's
wanted to
kinda-
really like brush over. But
I was torn with mine. It's tough because they're both like legit.
I mean, I'm gonna do it for my co-host from Global Strangers, Deborah, who constantly talks about the whole amount of graves they found at old Native Canadian schools in Canada, and like how that history's been brushed over for the last 300 years. So I'm gonna go with false history because false history definitely exists to some degree at least. But John, which way you going?
This is tough. Let's go with false history.
All right, AJ, which way you going?
Man, see, I want to go. You know what? I'm just gonna go false history. Screw it. I'm gonna switch it up. I was gonna go Hollow Moon, but I'm definitely going false history.
Which means that false history is moving on to the next round. But Ashley, which way would you go?
I was gonna go with the false history.
All right, so I was gonna move
Yeah,
on.
I'm cool with you. I'm good with either one of them winning. It's just
Yeah.
I love that whole the ringing the whole when. Go ahead.
Someone had to give the Hollow Moon a vote. Someone did, Chancy. If you didn't, I would have. So, but I agree with that 100%. But this next one, this is a government matchup. Lovely. And it's starting with me too. Ooh, fun. And it's COVID-19 / vaccinations versus chemtrail poisoning, which is basically the idea that small towns were poisoned by crop duster planes done by the government. And I'm gonna go with COVID-19 because I am vaccinated, but I still don't fully understand what's going on with COVID or like how it started. Like I think it's a big conspiracy and a half. So 100% go. I mean, it did get me out of work for 7 months. I got to beat like 10 video games I wanted to beat for a long time. So I'm not gonna complain. I got paid for all of it by the government. So I mean, I feel bad for those that died from it and those that got really sick from it. I do feel bad for you, but it had that benefit for me. So I will well, for COVID-19 though, because it's definitely a conspiracy. There are 5 there, maybe, but maybe have to do with one of the people we'll be facing eventually, maybe. But John, which way are you going?
I don't know. Like, I agree there's some weird stuff going on with COVID for sure, but I don't know. I got to go the opposite way from you. Sorry. I had to work the whole time, so I got paid, but I had to work the whole time, so yeah.
I worked for a small company, and sales decreased within the first couple months so bad of COVID
Oh
that they
yeah,
couldn't afford to keep us on. So
yeah, I completely understand. I got lucky enough to actually still work, but I complain about it.
and the government was literally giving me a nice paycheck every week, and then bonuses every couple weeks. So I mean, I made bank during COVID. So for playing video games, like it was a dream. Like I should have started a podcast then, for God's sake. I just didn't think about it.
There you
But
go.
AJ, which way you going?
Chemtrail.
Ooh, this one's getting interesting. Ashley, are you following your?
This is where we break up.
Sorry.
Sorry. I do believe COVID exists. I do believe that it's making people really sick. I, however, do not believe the origins that have been given to us. And
Yep.
and I've been tracking it since the beginning. I listened to everything, and how many times I'm like, that makes no sense, and this is why it doesn't make sense to me. And then like 5 months later, they're like, oh, we changed our stance because of this. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was said like 5 months ago. That makes no sense.
You mean it didn't start because Randy Marsh had sex with a penguin?
Yes.
I have a question. So, what do you believe COVID is? Do you just? I mean, I believe it's real because I believe it's a flu. I don't believe it's something so serious that it's gonna, detrimentally change the whole existence of life. But I believe it's like a flu, a regular like cold. I mean, because I've had it 5 times, but I've never had a single symptom, unfortunately.
So I got it when it first came out, and I had every single symptom, and I almost ended up in the hospital.
I'm very sorry.
That was not fun, and that's because like I'm prone to respiratory issues, and so that is a respiratory illness. I've gotten the flu, I've gotten colds, I've never been that sick. It felt like I had glass inside of my lungs. Whatever it was, like ripping me apart, like that's a very real thing. But I personally, I hope I don't get fired or kicked out of anything for this, but I personally do not believe it is a naturally occurring disease.
No, I mean,
when they were talking about like it was, and I feel like so many people don't remember this, but like when they first were talking about it on the news, when it first came out, they were saying that it had components of HIV RNA in it. And then, and they said it so quickly, and then like said all this other stuff that it was very similar to. And I was like, hold on, how did, did we? And people were talking about long COVID and suppressed immune systems after having COVID. And it's like, like what, and how do viruses don't just merge like that, right? Like into and so for me, when I heard that, and it was on the news, it wasn't something like I'm reading conspiracy theories. This was when the CDC was pumping out a shit ton of news and scientists were trying to study it. And I'm like, that doesn't occur naturally. Like that's not something
man-made. It's man-made, 100%.
Yeah. So for me, I do believe that COVID exists. I've seen what it's done to me, and so for me, it's just like, you know what? I don't think that's naturally occurring out in the world. I do think it's there now, but I don't think it was there originally. If that makes sense.
It wasn't.
Okay. And I misunderstood. I misunderstood then why I wasn't picking that, because yes, I do believe that it wasn't man-made. I mean, I do believe that it was man-made. I mean, I do believe that it's not naturally occurring 110%.
Yeah.
Because the way that it affects people is always different. But when you get a serious case like yourself, you know how serious it is. Like, it's a serious thing. I mean, I've lost my whole family like in 2020 from a heart attack and from cancer, all in 5 months. So I totally, completely understand. And what the reason why I said at first, unfortunately, is because it's survivor's guilt for myself, because I'm the only one left out of everybody. Like, besides me, my aunt and my mother. My mother lives in Tampa. I don't even see her. And then my aunt's the only one that lives here with me anymore. But we lost our whole side of my family from all different types of stuff and COVID. And it's like, definitely wasn't man-made, but also, you know, when I get it infected in myself, it's like I'm lucky that I don't get any symptom at all, like not even the sniffle. So that's what makes me think, like, is it really super serious, or is it not just because I have a healthy immune system? I don't understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and for me, I don't know because my immune system wasn't that bad. I do have like
Okay.
my kryptonite is respiratory. But even then, like, cause like I said, I could get a cold, I could get a flu, I could get all these things, and it doesn't affect me. But that like took me way down. And for months and months and months after that, I wasn't right. Like there was something very wrong. And my body knew it, my mind knew it. Like there's something wrong. And um for me, we always hear, right? Like, oh, it's affecting this population and that population, but then it's constantly changing who it's affecting, right? Why is it killing specific people and not others? Because they're like, well, it's if you're predisposed to this and this and this, but then we hear about all these other people that it's like this healthy 20-year-old just dropped dead. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
What for me? And I know I don't tend to lean too far into conspiracy theories. I'll be honest. But for me, when it was coming out, my first thought was like, what is this thing that's been engineered and what is it keyed into? What is it like basically hunting for? Not sentient, like not in a sentient way, like it's an intelligent virus, but like what is it keyed into actually like destroying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, I've had COVID 3 times now. My wife's had it 4 times, and the first time it knocked me down, like it was Easter weekend. I couldn't do shit. Like I was literally in bed or on the couch all weekend, like just dead to the
Yeah.
world. Second time it did nothing to me. Second time I literally I kept working through the whole thing because I had no issue. Third time it kind of knocked me down for a day, but like it's weird how it goes back and forth. And like and I have a good immune system always, so
Yeah.
I rarely ever get sick. So it's weird that it like would do that to me. But this
Yeah.
brings it to Chancy for a tiebreaker though, and
yeah, sorry,
I'm
we
excited
totally
to-
went tangent.
Yes. Sorry.
No. Because I'll see your 2 discussions that you brought up, and I'll not necessarily raise you, but I will add to that and say, yes, I believe it's man-made. Yes, I believe it was lab leaked. But what I think you were asking, what is it going after? I think it is like a beta test for genetically modified diseases, like to attack certain individuals.
You mean
Like
genetically modified biological warfare?
It's looking for
basically,
specific genes.
yeah. And then depending on what kind of like genetics you have, you'll have X amount of response.
It's
I've
trying to kill
had
the mutants.
I think I've had it twice. I think I had it first back in 2000 at the end of 2019 before it took off and was really reported. And then I had it once again like about a month or so ago, something like that. And
Like
it
2
was
months ago,
just
but
yeah. It was like basically it was like the worst cold that I've ever had in my entire life. And that's part of like I've also known other people who had to like go to intensive care, and thankfully they pulled through. But like that's what I like I was kind of thinking about what Ashley was describing, like, hey, what could this possibly be? And what if it is like first generation or beta testing on prototypical genetically modified biological weapons to target specific either genomes or groups of people who share similar DNA to then more specify it to be either individual or regional, so to speak.
So which way are you gonna go, Chancy?
Oh, I'm sorry, coronavirus. I thought that was apparent with my rant.
I
didn't know if
mean,
you're
I picked it up.
the way I need to hear you say it though, because the way you go back and forth sometimes I don't freaking know. But I was waiting
I'm
for that one
sorry.
sentence. I was waiting for that one sentence at the end where, but they use the chemtrail poisoning to spread it. Like
Nah, I didn't think I didn't think that was the dispersal agent. I think that it was I think it was one of those things where they, you know, because the Chinese government has, you know, sleeper cells throughout the entire world. And who's to say they just didn't bring somebody over before they started really showing symptoms and then just kind of unleashed them into these big populated areas and international airports, and then it's just like playing the game Infected.
I mean, does it even have to be that far? Of like people are constantly traveling anyways, and it's like,
exactly.
Do you all remember on the news when they were first showing what was happening over in China, how they were spraying the streets with like disinfectant supposedly? And I'm like, why would you be disinfecting open air streets? And everybody's stuck inside, but every night they were showing the people in the hazmat suits spraying the streets, and they're like, well, they're disinfecting. And I'm like, what are they spraying though? And it was in the air, it was on the ground, and for me, it's just like, wouldn't it be kind of like Machiavellian brilliant if it's like we're just spraying it and open, like y'all don't even realize we're doing it in play size, spraying it in the air, and then people are traveling and taking it with them because they said it was transmitted almost like an aerosol. Yeah. And so it's like, oh, great. Well, we're all gonna get it and we're all fucked.
Basically. But that means COVID-19 moves on to face false history in the next round. But to get the last two matchups, we have two play-ins first to determine the last two matchups in the first round. And the first play-in is going to be an interesting one, I think. And it starts off with John for this one. And it's
John.
It's the conspiracy behind Jeffrey Epstein's death and the JFK assassination theories.
Let's go with JFK.
All right. AJ, which way you want to go? Epstein or JFK?
I'm going to go JFK. Even though I have, just thinking about Epstein kind of just makes me laugh because there's so many that I've seen about this guy, and like he's a sick person.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. I mean, it's funny because I saw something on the Dr. Phil show like 5-6 years ago about this woman who supposedly escaped this like cult of men where like she watched the leader of it kill a baby with his bare hands, like when she was a kid, and like it's the tale this woman spun was so twisted. I'm like, no way that could ever be true. And then a couple years later, it comes out about Epstein, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm connecting dots in my head now. Like, that's strange. Like, okay.
Is it that far-fetched? I mean, they openly reported what Crowley did a long time ago.
Well, but
people
Crowley
of power do some pretty interesting things.
They do, but I mean, Crowley also, I mean, the whole Bohemian Grove thing, but Crowley basically was from a time, though, where these things were less frowned upon and more just thought of as somewhat normalish. Like, to some groups. Crowley's from the 1800s, like early 1900s, but...
No, he's from the 1800s because he died in like He died in like 1940, late 1800s or something.
Drugs and alcohol and orgies, but him trying to summon demons into babies while torturing women, I'm pretty sure that was not socially accepted.
In certain groups it was. In certain sects it was.
What groups?
Oh, England has a lot of secret satanic groups. Don't get me wrong, they do.
That's secret. That's not the same thing. You just said accepted. Secret means it's not accepted. It's being done in private.
Oh yeah, but okay. Well, accepted is the wrong word, but it was more easy for people to look the other way back then than it is nowadays because people just said, "Well, those are some freaks. We're gonna walk this way now." And Crowley had his own freaking crazy followers, so.
That house on the on Loch Ness was perfectly private enough to be able to get away with doing all that crazy stuff back in that time period.
And there's still actually teenagers today that like worship him, like his
Oh
ideas.
yeah, I
and
mean
everything.
it's crazy. It's crazy. The guy was crazy. The guy was not crazy, I should say, but he was,
Demented.
just
Ambitious.
he was a cruel man. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, but Ashley, which way are you going to go, Epstein or JFK?
I'm gonna go with Epstein.
All right. Which actually keeps this competition alive. Chancy, you going Epstein or you going JFK assassination?
Well, which Epstein theory are we going with? The fact that he's like still alive and
I mean, most of what I read talked about the theory that he didn't kill himself, but
Yeah, I'm going with that one.
well, yeah, I'd go with that one too. But I think both of them deserve.
well, like
They
I said,
should.
you can vote for these however you want. If I wanted to break it down to individual straight theories, we'd have a 5,000 bracket, and it would be a 12-day long.
I know. I'll go with the. I'll go with the Epstein though.
Which actually, it pushes it down to a tie to me then, and I don't know if this is a play-in, so I don't know if this is going to beat what it's going up against anyway. But I'm going to go for Epstein as well because that is just it's more modern, it's more fascinating. The whole JFK thing, I mean, they basically almost admitted the government did it. So, like, they've come so close to just being like, yeah, we did it. But
AJ, you were talking, but you're muted.
Thank you. That was so. I'm sorry. My dog has a squeaker toy, so like I was like trying to mute it so that I wasn't like,
I'm surprised you guys don't keep hearing these loud planes go by.
nah.
That never happens, and suddenly there's a bunch of loud planes.
But we'll do the second. We'll do the second
Coming
playing
after
match
me.
first. Well, we're talking about this shit. They might be, but
They'll send
We'll
me
do the
back. No refunds, baby.
we're gonna do the second playing match before we go back to the main board, and this one is gonna start with AJ, and it's Georgia Guidestones theory. Well, just the conspiracy mystery of it versus 9/11, which I have a feeling which way this is going. But
wait, I have a question though. What are we saying about 9/11? What's it? Oh, you mean that the government did it and all that kind of stuff?
you could take your pick about what you want to think about it. Like any of the many conspiracies about 9/11 qualify in this case, but
That it wasn't as presented.
Yeah.
basically that's basically it.
I gotta go 11, I think, in my opinion.
All right, Ashley,
9/11.
Chancy.
He left. He does not like that topic.
Chancy don't give a shit what topic you're talking about, but
I'm totally teasing.
Oh, I know, but trust me, we probably are having video or audio issues, but we'll skip him for now and go back to him. He may get a tiebreaker. I doubt it, but we'll see. I mean, I'll give it to Georgia Guidestones just so there's a chance of a tiebreaker here, but oh, he's back.
Yeah, my headphones went all wonky on me.
All right, well, I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide now, though. Is it Georgia Guidestones or 9/11?
9/11.
Okay, so I just basically prevent a sweep, I think. But John, which way you going?
9/11.
Yeah, I basically prevented a sweep. That's all I did. But oh well. But that.
I guess the biggest reason I wouldn't vote for the Georgia Guidestones is that since they've been blown up, they haven't been like fixed. If it was like some type of, Illuminati New World Order secret government thing to like help rule or provide people with the rules after the big event took place, they would have fixed that like right away. Even though it was like privately purchased and everything else, like it would have turned into something where the state would have been like, oh no, this is a national, or this is a state tourist attraction, and then they would have provided money to. Oh God, we lost Jeremy. Quick,
I'm the
everyone
captain
makes
now.
everyone makes small talk.
How about them Yankees? No, I'm just making.
No, actually, Chancy, I just saw your shirt. Absolutely love it. I'm a big,
I thought of you when I saw a shirt too.
yeah, I'm a big Scream Ghostface person. So yeah,
Nice. Luck of the draw. Luck of the
right.
draw. It was either that or like Leatherface or Michael Myers or.
Can't go wrong either way. So.
Oh yeah, I'm trying. Oh, and I gotta find my Hellraiser shirt because I had a Pinhead shirt too.
He said
Nice.
it.
Love it.
We have
Like
such
the Mount
sights
Rushmore.
to show you.
Right.
We have such sights to show you.
I love Hellraiser.
Doug Bradley was the greatest. I mean, I liked the new one on Hulu, but I mean, not to take away from it, the one on Hulu is epically awesome.
But Doug Bradley.
Doug
I-
fucking Bradley.
Okay, how do I come back to Hellraiser talk? But
Because I
we were
took
making
over.
small. We were making small talk until you
I
got
figured.
back.
You
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
and I said that I'm the captain now, so of course we had to go to Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Look at me! Look
Oh.
at me! Look at me!
Well,
Look at me!
you'd be very happy about how the horror movie bracket last month turned out then for Paranormal the New Normal. But
You didn't invite me? What the fuck, Jeremy?
I already had a full docket on that one. I could have done two more if I wanted to, but it was put together really fast. But we'll be back for it next year. We'll be doing it next year. Don't worry. We'll be doing a horror
Sweet.
movie. We'll be doing a horror movie. Either icons or franchises. I can't think. I gotta think of which one I want to do, but or
Icons.
something else.
Icons
Yeah.
all day, every day.
But we'll see. We'll see. But as we were saying before, my Google Chrome decided to shut down completely and everybody froze because I was literally asking Ashley to pick between two things, and all of a sudden I look up and everybody's frozen, including me. I'm like, what the hell? Damn government. But
Yep.
But Ashley, the next matchup is from the first play-in is going to be predictive programming theory
Uh-huh.
versus Jeffrey Epstein's death.
Jeffrey.
Chancy?
He's thinking about it. Or he didn't hear the question.
Chancy, you froze? Oh, no, he's there.
I know. I thought he froze. He
I
can't
don't
hear
know
me.
what happened.
Oh, you're there. I hear you.
Do you want Jeffrey Epstein or do you want predictive programming?
Uh,
He left again.
But farther we get into this, the more problems we're having. I'm telling you, something's up.
We have this problem when we talk about ghost stuff all the time. So
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah,
aliens
I mean-
especially. Yep.
I think it's more a Wi-Fi problem for Chancy, I think, than anything or something. But
Let us have
our
this, damn it.
theories. Jeez, Jeremy.
Buzzkill. God, I'm joking.
I live with spirits, and they don't mess with my signal.
Yeah.
But
I like you.
I'm having them cleared out next in like 2 weeks though.
How rude.
Right. They were there first.
Yeah.
They are yeah. Well, I legally own this house, so I want them gone because they're freaking my dogs out and they're freaking me out. So, and
I gotta see
What
some
is
video.
legal though? Man's
Right.
laws do not apply to ghosts.
we fully don't know if it's a ghost or a spirit though, or something worse. Because the dogs are so terrified of the back part of the garage that they will not go back there no matter what.
Huh.
And my wife saw something standing in the shadows and she couldn't tell what it was. I mean, she's a little sensitive to stuff like that, but
I'd play with it. All
That's what she said.
The
same thing.
That's what I meant.
The same
But-
thing happened to my Google. The same thing happened to my Google Chrome browser as well.
It's a Google conspiracy coming up.
Yep.
But Chancy, before you get cut off again, is it Epstein or predictive programming?
Epstein.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give one to predictive programming. Not that. Oh yeah, it does make a difference. So I'm gonna give one to predictive programming because, like The Simpsons predicting everything, I love that theory because it basically has been coming
Yeah.
true. It's funny. So
But
I'm
have
gonna get
you
to predict-
seen that they actually like debunked that one?
I mean,
with the
I've
Simpsons
watched.
creators, they figure out what happens in the news, and then the Simpsons writes it into a storyline as like satire and social commentary later. But we only remember what was in the Simpsons and not what was going on in the news like 4 months prior to that.
Well, no, I mean,
Right.
like they predicted like Trump becoming president, like
That's
way
no,
before
he ran. He
He
had said during that
he was
year
yeah.
he was going to run for it. So they made fun of him and put it in the Simpsons like 4 or 5 months later. And then he
well,
became president like a decade later.
let me have what I have here, goddammit. But
You wouldn't let us have the Google being interrupted by the Men in Black.
Yeah.
khaki man. But John, which way you going?
Epstein.
Which means Epstein will move on to face the winner of the final matchup. But AJ, which way you gonna go?
Epstein. Let's go Epstein.
Welcome back.
All right.
Yeah.
Epstein wins 4-1 then. And that brings us to our last matchup, which the second plane went into this one. So, and we're going to start with Chancy for this final matchup. Is it government weather control devices or 9/11?
9/11. I mean, HARP is real. Everybody knows about it. But like 9/11's always been one of those like gripping. It stuck with me. It was the Oklahoma City bombing was what first kind of got my attention for conspiracy theories, and then 9/11 hit, and it just kind of there was so much. It had so much that was like similar, but it was a different event. But yeah, 9/11 most definitely.
Well, I'm going to give one to weather control devices because this last week has been some weird ass weather. So, and it's got me thinking more and more about that because the weather's been getting weird over the last like 5 years. Call it whatever you want, global warming but when it's 90 degrees on Christmas Eve, like 4 years ago in Massachusetts, like that's kind of like a whole nother thing. Like that makes me think like, what the hell's going on here? But I mean, it may be more related to global warming than anything, but I don't know. But I'll give one to weather control devices. How about you, John?
9/11.
Yeah, I kind of saw where this is going, but next matchup will be interesting at least. AJ?
9/11. Oh, is Jeremy freeze again? Or
Yep.
did I?
No, I didn't freeze.
Oh, okay.
I thought he did too.
No, I just said AJ. What are you picking?
I said 9/11. You didn't hear me?
Oh, I didn't hear you at all. No.
Yeah, that's why we thought you froze, I think, right? Did you hear him, John?
I heard him ask, but I heard you answer, but he didn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought I was crazy for a sec.
Well, with this bracket, we're all a little crazy, but
yeah, hey, that's all right.
Ashley, just to finish up the first round, which way are you going? Even though
AJ and I are back on the same wavelength. We redeemed.
Teammates.
Well, that's gonna make the next.
Yeah.
That's gonna make the next. That's gonna make the next matchup crazy. But I'm just saying. But
Yeah.
we're gonna go back and start round 2 on the other side of the board, and it first up is myself, I guess. Yeah, actually, yeah, it is me starting this one, and it's the Montauk Project versus Skinwalker Ranch. And I'm giving it to Skinwalker Ranch because I find that way more interesting than the Montauk Project ever would be to me. So, personally. But John, which way you going? Since you actually missed the first battle that got Montauk Project through.
Right. Skinwalker all the way.
AJ?
Skinwalker, I gotta go with it.
And that means Skinwalker's moving on. But what about you, Ashley?
Skinwalker Ranch.
Chancy, are you making it? I think you're going to make it, or are you going to throw one towards Montauk?
Oh no, it goes definitely to Skinwalker.
I sense a road trip, guys.
Yes.
Seriously, I wish.
If we can convince that show to let us get on as all paranormal podcasters, it's possible. But
right.
But
I got snacks. I'm just joking.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some skin jerky, but
gross.
But next up, and this one is started by John. It's reptilians versus MK Ultra, with the winner facing Skinwalkers in the third round.
Ooh, let's just make this really hard on everybody. I'm gonna go reptilians.
You would.
I know.
AJ, which way you
Wait,
going?
I'm sorry. Say the one again. What was it?
Reptilians versus MK Ultra.
Don't disappoint me, AJ. I need you.
I know. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm gonna go. I gotta go MK on this because I don't do the whole reptilian. Yeah.
Ashley, how about you?
I'm gonna go MK. I do not. I'm sorry. I cannot with the reptilians.
Chancy, are you going to tie it up and go reptilians, or are you going to put MK through?
He's so pensive.
MK all the way.
Woo woo.
I was really hoping you wouldn't do that, but okay. Because I would.
Yeah, I figured you'd have voted for reptilians.
Jeremy wanted the reptilians so bad.
They're interesting, and it's more interesting to me than mind control and pyrokinesis and all that stuff that they did at MK Ultra. But
dude, I wish I was telekinetic. Like if I could pick two powers to have, it'd be telepathy and telekinesis. So that way I could read people's minds and I'd be unstoppable.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool.
I'd like to be a fire starter.
Yes.
Biased. Just a twisted fire starter.
I mean, it would make being a smoker a lot easier. I'm just saying that personally, but
right,
because like not only can you start fires, but if you can control heat, you can withhold the heat too, right? So you could essentially freeze people too just by pulling the heat out. Just saying.
Good way.
I like your thought process there.
Thank you. You can tell I've thought about this too much.
Good way to get rid of certain people, but yeah. That means that. Wait a minute. Who finished that one out? That was Chancy. Oh no, me. It was me finishing that one out. Duh. So that means AJ gets to start out the next one, and this one's gonna be a little interesting. It's Bigfoot versus Area 51.
I gotta go Area 51. I mean, I love Bigfoot, but I just gotta go Area 51.
Ashley, are you in the same wavelength?
Yeah, you know I am.
Watch out, John. But
I don't know how
Chancy.
I don't know how we became teammates, but somehow we did. I mean, let's do it.
No, we're soulmates now, AJ. Too many of the same answers. We're elevated. Yeah, we're up.
That's it. That's it.
Chancy, which way are you going? You pushing Area 51 through?
Yeah, I mean, Area 51 is proven to be legit, and all the other places, S4 and all the other locations.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and I'm gonna throw one to the big guy though, because Bigfoot is one of my favorite pastimes to talk about.
I know, I like Bigfoot too, but when it comes to the two,
I basically was neighbors until a year ago with a guy who worked for the government with aeronautics, and he basically told me one night outside while grilling hot dogs that he's been to certain places he can't talk about. One that might be out in the desert, might not be, and a lot of people think it exists, but they don't know for sure. So
what a tease.
I know and I'm like, I told him that, I'm like, you're being a freaking tease, and you know it. He's like, oh, he's like, oh, that's part of the benefit of my job, is I get to be a tease. But
and nobody likes a tease, man. Nobody.
Well, nobody. I wasn't looking to have a bear party that night. So I'm good. But John, which way you going?
I gotta go Area 51.
Which means Area 51 does move on. We already knew it would, but Bigfoot does get one vote just for the big guy's sake. Sorry, Squatchy. But that means that Ashley gets to start this next one out, and it's Freemasonry versus Secret Chamber behind Mount Rushmore.
Freemasonry.
Chancy?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Freemasonry on that one.
I actually find the Secret Chamber behind Mount Rushmore so much more fascinating than the idea of Freemasonry. Like
it is quite fascinating.
And we know the Freemasons exist. Everybody's known they existed since like the 1200s, wherever it was.
But it's how they exist.
in
That's
a bar,
fun.
in a bar, very drunk with made up titles. But yeah, that's the way I see it. But actually, no, there is a Freemasons in my town. I actually want to go join. They had open house, I think, tonight. I meant to go.
Well,
but
that's the question is it a York rite or a Scottish rite?
I have no idea.
Because that's the key. Because one is like a fraternity for the lay person, and the other one is for the adepts and the esoteric knowledge.
Those are the ones I want to talk to.
The Scottish
Yeah.
rite.
Yeah.
Well, that means that right now it's 2-1. But John, which way you going?
Freemasonry.
Killing me, Johnny, killing me.
Free the Masons.
Free them all.
But AJ, which way would have you gone? Even though Freemasonry is obviously moving on.
Honestly, I mean, I would want to go with Freemason, but the Rushmore, I mean, it does sound very intriguing. It really does. Just because I love Richie Rich whole thing, but I gotta go.
Wait, can we just say like that's probably real, and there's probably not
Oh,
really
for
much
sure.
to it.
Yeah.
Like all of these super big structures have access, like chambers to them. So to me, it doesn't even feel like a conspiracy of like, ooh, there's a hidden room with gold and Indiana Jones. To me, it's just like there probably is some big chamber within there because a lot of our structures need access to them. So that's just my opinion. I think that's it's a little too real for me. I want something spookier.
But which way do you want to go, AJ?
Freemasonry.
Okay, I thought you said that, but I wasn't positive. Like,
He
oh,
couldn't leave
okay.
me yet. He's gonna wait for it to count.
But, all right, that brings us over to the other side of the board to finish off this round, and we're starting with Chancy on this one.
Yeah.
And it's Illuminati versus Matrix theory.
Ooh. Illuminati want to see me dead. I'm going with the Illuminati.
I'm going to go Illuminati too, because Illuminati is very intriguing. Especially the rap Illuminati, because I believe that does exist. Kanye and Little Kim and all that. Like, it definitely does exist.
I think Kanye's been exiled, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
don't
sure
think
Usher
they
took his
own him anymore.
I think Usher took his place, but yeah.
Just saying.
But John, which way are you going to go? Matrix theory or Illuminati?
I want to be a pain in the ass, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say Illuminati.
You can be a pain in the ass all you want. That's the point of a bracket.
No. Illuminati is more interesting to me, though, for sure.
AJ, Illuminati is going through, but which way would you go?
No, man, Illuminati, because it's you know how it is.
Ashley, are we making it a?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, I could totally that up. It's like
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
they gotta laugh at people. Like honestly, if there is an Illuminati, they're like there's still Illuminati. They gotta laugh at us for doing certain signs that people make fun of them because I guarantee they're like, yeah, that's not even our sign.
That's
it's
not
probably
a
just
thing.
like
Yeah, right.
probably some stupid thing they do, you know.
And the fact that you just froze while you're doing that, AJ, was kind of funny on my guy.
That was cool.
Yeah, see, I'm probably gonna be
Got him.
shot around my house.
But
No, you're not.
Yeah, right.
that means that I start the next one out, and it's global warming versus NWO.
Ooh.
And I'm going for NWO because global warming might be real, but I like what Ashley said earlier about cycles. Like I believe in cycles too on Earth, and that's just the way it goes. But I think global warming is just a part of that, and people just never were smart enough to put it together. But that's my personal theory. But John, which way you going? New World Order or global warming?
NWO.
AJ, is NWO going home?
Yeah, NWO.
Well, just so you guys know, with NWO winning that, there will be a knife fight next next round.
That's what we wanted.
Or possibly a wand battle. Who knows with these groups? But
I think
just
that's
for
a different website.
just for prosperity, yeah. Which way you going, Ashley and Chancy?
NWO.
Oh yeah.
I'm here for the knife fight.
Hey yo.
Yo.
All right. Well, now it's time to determine the final matchup of the semifinals. But And this one is going to John. Starts this one out. And is it COVID-19 / vaccinations or false history?
Ooh.
Which are kind of related in a way, but
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go with the Rona.
Coronavirus.
AJ, which way are you going?
I'm sorry. Say the two again. I was a little. Go ahead. Say it again.
False history versus COVID / vaccinations.
Well, since now I know the way we were talking about COVID, yes, I'm gonna go COVID.
And Ashley, are you and your soulmate going along again?
Your soulmate. Oh shit, this one's hard. Let's go coronavirus.
Which means COVID-19 will move on to the next round. But Chancy, which way would you have gone? False history or COVID?
COVID.
Well, I would have thrown false history a vote because false history includes COVID. So it kind of encompasses everything.
That's why this was not a fair matchup.
Well,
Reshuffle.
we made this matchup by voting
I
for
was
two
gonna
different
say, yeah, it
rounds.
was all on us. So
Yeah.
But that brings us to another unfair matchup for our final matchup of this round.
sweet.
And this one is going to AJ first.
Okay.
And it's going to be Jeffrey Epstein's death versus 9/11.
Okay, man. I'm going Epstein just because I gotta go. That's conspiracy.
Ashley?
Epstein.
Chancy? Are you going to make Epstein goes through, or are you going to give 9/11 a vote?
Follow your
Well,
heart.
I'm gonna go 9/11.
I'm going to agree with you, just to push the decision down to John on which what's going to face COVID-19 next round, 9/11 or Epstein.
Good old Jeffrey.
Which means Epstein will face COVID-19 in the next round, which he kind of did because that's kind of what got him caught, I think. But this brings us to, I believe, the semifinals of this matchup. Only 8 contenders left, and it's going to be going to Chancy first. Actually, no, I'm sorry, Ashley first. I'm gonna skip to Ashley.
Faking it out, faking me out.
Yeah.
You
Got
should
him.
be used to that by now. And it's gonna be Ashley Skinwalker Ranch versus MK Ultra.
I'm going Skinwalker Ranch. I gotta go Skinwalker Ranch.
Chancy?
Shit.
I wonder if they'll let me have my birthday party there.
With cake and
Like
balloons.
the
I brought cake.
yeah, Skinwalker Ranch.
All right. And I'm gonna go with Skinwalker Ranch as well because MK Ultra never impressed me that much. So, I never really looked into it much, but it never really impressed me from what I heard. So, it's stuff that I knew went on in the 60s and 70s and before that even. But Skinwalker Ranch will move on. But John, which way would you win?
I like my vegetables with the side of ranch, so Skinwalker all the way.
So what the fuck do vegetables have to owe?
Skinwalker.
That's a good one.
AJ, which way are you gonna go? You gonna make it a sweep?
Same Skinwalker.
A sweep it is. But that means that Chancy does start this next one out, and it's a fun one. It's Area 51 versus Freemasonry.
I'm gonna go with Freemasonry, so that way there may be potentially 2 knife fights in
That leads to
one.
the ultimate in life.
Well,
Yeah.
possible, but I doubt it. But we'll see. Because I'm gonna go with Area 51 because aliens interest me way more than humans ever will. So, but John, which way you going?
Let's go Freemasonry.
But maybe we are aliens with amnesia.
I believe that too, possibly. But AJ, which way you going?
I mean, this. You know what? I'm just gonna go Area 51 because it's cool.
Ooh, which leads it down to a tiebreaker for Miss Ashley between the two.
I'm going with the aliens.
Oh yeah, tiebreaker.
Which actually is kind of fitting considering it will face Skinwalker Ranch in the
Oh
next
no!
You did this. It's all your fault.
This.
But the next matchup on the other side is gonna be the knife fight, and I get started out. It's Illuminati versus New World Order in a no holds barred, old fashioned Hell in a Cell match. No DQs. So, and I am 100% going for Illuminati, just because I can't think of NWO without thinking about Kevin Nash. So, but
all I keep thinking about is a rap group. So,
oh, what NWA?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they kind of just started New World Order with their music, but
it's just the letters. It's the acronym. I can't help it.
Well, I mean, wrestling, rap, they use those letters for a lot of things. But John, which way are you going?
Illuminati.
No easy answer. Illuminati.
Yep.
AJ, New World Order or Illuminati?
Illuminati.
Which means Illuminati will go on to the. Actually, what? Well, actually, this would be the quarterfinals, I believe. But and that means Chancy, which way would you have gone?
I'm sorry. What were the choices again?
It's your knife fight, you mother. But it's NWO.
Oh yeah, no. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. The Illuminati.
And Ashley would have been a sweep. I'm saving you for last in this on purpose, but yeah,
sweep.
That's why.
He's like, she's gonna throw some symbol up.
Yep.
I'll cover the other eye.
Yep. Put it this way: Illuminati is now going to face the winner of this matchup, and it's going to start with John. Is it Jeffrey Epstein's death or COVID-19/vaccinations?
Damn it!
Oh no! What have we done? Shit.
Well, that's what Epstein said when they caught him, but
yeah, Epstein.
All right. And that means AJ, it's your turn. Epstein or COVID?
Yeah, I gotta go Epstein just because I gotta stay away from the jury, even though Epstein's not any better. We're kind of in a bad choice. We really did set ourselves up really terribly, huh?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till the next round, and the final.
Oh yeah, great.
But Chancy, Epstein or COVID? Actually, you know what? All right. Well, I skipped Ashley on accident on that one, actually, completely. But since you picked COVID, it actually kind of works out because Ashley, what is it going to be? COVID or Epstein? COVID would tie it up. Epstein would push it through.
I'm gonna go Epstein.
Which means you don't give me the choice of pushing it through, but
because I'm the captain. Just kidding.
Look at me. Look at me.
I'm the captain now.
I am totally fine with having a better looking captain than myself on this ship. So hopefully we'll get taken over by pirates a lot less, but we'll see. But I would have thrown to Epstein anyway because I kind of want to see Epstein versus the matchup it's going to have in a minute. But this brings us to the official semifinals, and this one gets started out by AJ. And it's Skinwalker Ranch versus Area 51.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Ashley?
Oh, we're going Skinwalker Ranch. I'm pushing that one all the way until it can't be pushed.
Chancy, how about you?
Yep, Skinwalker Ranch.
Which
I'll be damned if this isn't the winner. Like, you know.
well, I will give Area 51 a vote because someone has to, and because I like the idea of Area 51. But John, which area would you have voted?
Skinwalker, of course.
So Skinwalker
Of
does move
course.
on, but 4-1 because I can't let it do a sweep on Area 51. That's the government's job. But which means that Ashley gets to start off the other side, and it's Illuminati versus Jeffrey Epstein's death.
Illuminati, baby.
Chancy?
Definitely the Illuminati.
Oh, wait. It's.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm going to give Epstein a vote just to keep Illuminati from winning this right away, but I have a feeling it's not going to matter too much. John, which way are you going?
Illuminati.
Like we're all, yeah.
On our own.
And AJ, Illuminati is moving on to the finals, but are we going to?
Oh, I'm giving it a double.
A double. Actually, that's one of them. Remember in some of the
Yeah.
like conspiracies, it's over the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
something.
that brings us to the final matchup in this, which it's an interesting one. And is Chancey having difficulties, or is he still there?
Skinwalker Ranch and the
I'm here.
Okay, just making sure before we go to the finals, but because actually Chancey starts off the finals because Ashley started that last one now, I believe, right?
Woo-hoo.
Yep.
Yep.
No.
So Chancey's
Who did?
no,
I don't know.
AJ did. AJ
Yeah.
started out that last one.
I don't even
So
know
Ashley-
anymore.
Well, Ashley gets to start the finals out then,
Woo.
and it's Skinwalker Ranch versus Illuminati.
I'm going with Skinwalker Ranch.
I was gonna say she did say she would push it as far as she could.
I mean, they're both equally interesting, but
Yes.
for me, I have more intrigue and like more complexity when I think about Skinwalker Ranch than I do with the Illuminati. So I gotta go with my Skinwalker Ranch.
Chancey, what are you thinking?
I agree.
And I am
Skinwalker
gonna
Ranch.
I'm gonna agree too because I'm not giving Illuminati a chance to get to win this. So Skinwalker Ranch is gonna win this. But
Just gonna win.
John, which way would you have gone?
Skinwalker, it was gonna win anyway. So yeah.
You like your veggies with a side of ranch.
Yeah.
And AJ, you gonna make Skinwalker win with a sweep,
I got him.
which means that Skinwalker Ranch wins the conspiracies bracket with a sweep, making it the most interesting conspiracy out of these 34 conspiracies, according to us. According to us, that is not the opinion of everybody that loves conspiracies. But
Oh, no,
we
it's
are-
the opinion.
we are pretty awesome. Yeah. So
We are
Yeah.
the captains.
But we are going to have one more matchup, though, to determine who would have been in third and fourth place if
Okay.
we so
Alright.
chose.
let's do it.
And that means Chancey starts this one out. And it's going to be Area 51 versus Jeffrey Epstein's death.
Area 51.
And I'm going to agree with you because aliens are way more interesting than a dead pedophile. So, but John, which way you going?
Area 51. Yeah.
I mean, when he puts it that way, goddamn.
Right.
Damn. Put that in
Which-
perspective real quick.
Right?
But then again,
I
how
tried.
do we know that the aliens aren't either, though? So I'm just saying.
I know.
Oh.
They do like
Probe
their
it.
anal probes. They do like their anal probes. But AJ, which way would you
Don't
have
kink
gone?
shame anybody, Jeremy.
But
Never do. Go Area 51.
yeah, let's do the probe.
Ashley, would have been a sweep for your probe mate over there.
Let's go with the probe.
Yeah.
My probe mate.
Probemates.
Probemates, yeah.
Which means that Skinwalker hit the number 1 spot. Illuminati hit the 2nd place spot. Area 51 gets 3rd place, and Jeffrey Epstein gets 4th place in the conspiracy bracket. But
There you go.
that was a fun ass episode to do, and we're gonna make it just in time for us to get to our other.
We
Things
did
we can do
it.
tonight. But
Awesome.
first things first. AJ, why don't you start us off? Where can they find your podcast? And where can they find you?
My name is AJ Capasso from Talking with the Source podcast. You can find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the listening devices. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all the nice stuff. So come and check us out.
All right.
I will
And
find you.
that wasn't creepy at all. But
Reminded me of Wedding Crashers.
Wedding
'cause I'll
Crashers?
find
yeah, I know,
Right.
right?
You can't leave me, because if you do, I will find you.
But Ashley, John, I'll let you guys tag team where they can find you guys.
300podcast.com. We are on everything out there. The social media, did all the podcast streaming software. We're there. We're weird.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
all the
all over.
things.
Chancy, where can they find you, my good sir?
Well, outside of the Book of Faces, I can be found on our show, Maniacal Music Musings, and the Bracket Bastards podcast, and a semi frequent participant in the Masturbator family. I have a Instagram and TikTok at the Red Eye Roundtable, and a Twitter at the Red Eye Table.
And as everybody for this show knows, you can find Paranormal New Normal on Facebook as Paranormal New Normal / Maniacal Music Musings podcast with the S Facebook group. You can find us on Twitter and the Gram as @Juggalo Bastard. You can find us on TikTok as @Juggalo Bastard Podcast, and that name might soon be changing to our new network name, possibly. But you can also find us on YouTube just by searching the name Paranormal The New Normal. I want to thank all my participants for coming today to this amazing Conspiracies bracket. And all 3 of them may be back all 4 of them actually might be back next month for the cryptid bracket. That will have to be a 7-person bracket, I have a feeling, because more people are into cryptids than conspiracies from what I've gathered over the last couple of days. But also, I planned it too late and people couldn't come that should have been here. Shout out to my boy Jeremiah Dorf from What If They're Wrong podcast, because he is a huge conspiracy lover and he would have been amazing, as everybody else was in this. He would have been amazing as well. So, and Kyle, hope you feel better, buddy. I miss having you on here. And we will catch you all next time. Illuminati out.
Illuminati out.